Identify information technology experience within family victim claimants who have posted their victimizations by criminal family court custody masters, administrators, attorneys, social workers, CPS, LSW, DHS, and get their help in building software into the database to generate federal court crime victim compensation forms for claimant victims, particular states, poverty affidavit, form for their particular federal court district, or so they can ask for federal counsel in their state federal district. Just like the state treasurer's unclaimed property database, have the forms in there that are generated. So immediately you go to the state's federal, identify the state's federal district. When the claimant is in the database, it generates their form for them that they can immediately go and apply a poverty affidavit and apply for counsel in that federal district, where they can get orders and judgments and awards that they can take later to employers for Garnishee and attach the personal assets, the bank accounts, the real estate, and the vehicles of these, the assets of the ones who were proven who victimized them, the actual individuals, not a system, not a machine. This is being perpetrated upon us by individuals who choose to do so. They are abusing their positions of trusted authority, okay? So we're going to need software technicians to generate these forms automatically, okay, in a secure fashion. 8. Family victim claimants collaborate to develop a class action authorization and acknowledgement case caption, verification and listing all corrupt family court victim claimants' names and P.O. box, cell phone or email contact information, no physical addresses. Now there's going to be a separate and simultaneous initiative. While you're going in your federal district in your state for the orders and awards and judgments that will allow you to attach their personal bank accounts, the unethical professionals or attorneys and social workers' bank accounts, while you're using those orders to get to notify their employers to garnish their wages or whatever, get their money, you're going to come up under a list. You're going to join a list of other victims across the nation that are going to the Supreme Court on class action, and to attract Supreme Court counsel to represent the group, right, of claimants, plaintiffs, as a class action. And that's going to require us to come together, all courageous journalists, videographers, the community commentators, and people that are passionate about making this world a better place and how we found it, and dismantling this victimizing family court machine, corrupt family court machine. That's going to require us to come together and say, what are we acknowledging? What is our verification? What is our agreed split for the award? Everybody, you know, of course, we're going to say split everything equally. HireLyrics is going to say that. But then the attorneys are going to have to say what their cost is and so on and everything after disbursement. And such agreement, acknowledgement, will attract an aggressive Supreme Court counsel. It'll attract an attorney who is attracted to either a landmark case or making this world a better place than how he found it, okay, or she found it, okay. It's going to attract good-willed, aggressive, recognizing that we are under attack, and our rights to protect our rights of ownership, which is our constitutional right to pursue happiness, will be aggressively represented in Supreme Court. If we get this collaboration, if we all get together and get this collaboration done. Get IT and ethical professional help generating fraud report forms for state welfare, public assistance, Social Security, disability, IRS, Internal Revenue Service, and Department of Treasury fraud, including stolen earned income credits and false arrests, fraudulent penalties and interest, and fraudulent child support claims. Injuries incurred while in the custody of law enforcement or any reason after family victim claimants suffered and tried to defend against corrupt family court, custody support masters, attorneys, social workers, CPS, DHS, LSW, crimes of assault, rape, torture, abuse, abduction, blocked education, personal injury, including subsequent auto accidents, auto slip and fall events that occur to victim families while victim claimant children are in the court-ordered care of someone other than the victim family claimant. Generate and submit growing subsequent related fraud reports and damages claims to all federal and private agencies and private employers who receive any federal funding via stimulus budget implementation or any other federal source. Anybody who is unethical and immoral enough to send kids to their demise, to their death, abuse, and torture, these corrupt custody support masters and family court employees and attorneys, believe me, they're capable and have done it many times and will continue to do it to make false and frivolous charges against you, the protector parent or the protector grandparents, whoever is pointing out their crimes. They are going to, whoever the whistleblowers are, they're going to try to remove them by false arrest, IRS claims that they owe back taxes, or they're stealing people's taxes, or whatever it is, or they're going to try to block your Social Security, disability. They're going to make all kind of criminal reports on you, you know, or the person that's making the charges against them. So in order to stay, we can't, right now we're not able to stop from going through the process of being arrested and everything, but our publicly posting this into the database, the likelihood that it's going to occur will be seen as a evolution of a threat that has come to pass, right? And then we get to seek damages for that, okay? False arrest, encourage you to get beat up. You got beat up while you were being arrested. You got beat up while you was in there because their uncle or their cousin is also the sheriff, or they gave political contributions to a corrupt jurisdiction, a local jurisdiction, and you end up getting jacked up while you're locked up and all that kind of stuff, okay? So there's going to be more damages and more claims that are going to be documented. Now, these are multiple processes and may take some time, but if we get them documented, they're going to take some time. But if we get them documented, we can at least put the brakes on and come to a screeching halt. It's like an emergency brake on a runaway train. You got to throw it. It's going to take a minute for it to stop, right? But when it stops, we can save all the other victims that are being consumed by this corrupt machine. That's generations. And we can save our economy, our country, our ability to maintain our dignity of human spirit. Okay?